60 Minutes Rewind.
Oh, this is your office?
Well, this is my office. It was our garage when we first built the house.
Really?
And then when I came home from the governor's mansion, we put a brick floor in and sealed up where the cars come in. So this is where I write all my books and where I run the Carter Center. And
Scene of the crime, right there.
the scene of a crime right over there. And I have a fairly good collection of books that I'm constantly changing.
Do you multitask?
Yes, I get up quite early, like my father did, and like I've done all my life, about 5 o'clock, and I come in here and I answer my urgent email, and I read the news media. I read the New York Times and Washington Post, and read Haaretz and Jerusalem Post from Israel.
You do?
Yep. And then I work on a book or whatever I'm writing, on an op-ed piece or a magazine article. And when I get tired of that, then I go out in my shop and I either build furniture or paint pictures. And so since I've been home, I've made about 100 pieces of furniture.
That's right?
Did I design myself? Yeah, this is one of my nice pieces.
This is a coffee table. It's beautiful. What's the wood?
This is a walnut. I had a walnut stump. This from here down was underneath the ground, and that was a walnut tree, and it was very rough.
Yeah.
So I decided to make the whole thing out of just hand tools that people had 300 years ago. So that's what took so long. It took me about 3 weeks to make this table, but it's one of my favorites.
You started this after the presidency?
Yes. Well, I made furniture before I was president, but I really began to work assiduously, learning how to do the finer work in woodworking after I was president.
You know, I'm thinking Winston Churchill. I'm thinking some Ted Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
There were people who were in office and turned to art and painting.
Yes.
Where does that come from? Do you understand?
Well, I do it just because it relaxes me. It lets me think about something different from what I've been concerned about, like how to write a book, or how to finish a book, or how to work on the Carter Center's problems, or what to do about the Middle East peace process or healthcare in Africa. And it's like a complete different life when I walk out of here and get in my wood shop, which I also use as a painting studio. And so I either make furniture or paint pictures. And about 50 of my paintings, I would say the best ones, are in the Carter Center now. And these are kind of spillover paintings that I have here in the
This
house.
back here?
Yes.
These are yours?
Yes.
It's a little Grandma Moses in the middle there.
Well, that was the first painting I did after I left the White House. And that painting is about 25 years old. It's the interior of a mountain cabin that we have up in North Georgia.
What style would you call that?
I don't know.
Well, Grandma Moses.
I say primitive Jimmy Carter style or something like that. That's a painting I did of the barn and the bell. I wrote a book called Hour Before Daylight, which is when the bell was rung on our farm. So I wanted to paint a picture that represented the book I wrote. And we are avid fly fishers, and I just painted a picture of a brown trout. Well, this is my wood shop. This was also a garage to start with.
Look at this.
But after we got Secret Service protection, we didn't need an automobile, so when I'm not building furniture, this is where I paint also.
So this is where you were baptized?
Right, when I was 11 years old. We go to a different church now. And this is one of the most beautiful buildings in Plains, I think.
So when you're not here, do you miss it? Are you thinking?
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
I miss just being at home when I'm not here. I can't say I miss the painting particularly, or miss the furniture making, but I just miss being in Plains and relaxing.